Crochet Knit Love by Jo. I'm Jo and this is podcast 23. Hi everyone. Before I start rambling on about all the yarn, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to all of you that have messaged me on Instagram, sent me an email, commented below, choked me up talking about it. You are wonderful people, you really are. I know that the yarn, crochet, knitting, hand sewing, whatever craft you do is a wonderful community, and I just feel like people do have each other's backs, and you have been an absolute breath of fresh air. It's been wonderful. You've just really cared, and that really does mean a lot. And I just want to say a massive thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. You don't have to come and watch my podcast. You don't have to comment. You don't have to follow me on Instagram. The fact you do, and the fact that I'm sure you've all got busy lives, and that you've taken time out to check in on me is wonderful. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Being a bit selfie, but it really does. You know, I'm a feelingy sort of person. I'm not. Yes, I might do a podcast, but I'm actually naturally an introvert, so I find it quite exhausting interacting, you know, and dealing with people on a day-to-day basis, and work and recording a podcast. Often feel like I need to lie down afterwards. But you've really given me a boost, and you're wonderful. So sorry, I'm sounding really gushy and really crazy, so thank you. On a dad note, he's doing really good. He is improving and will get better, and he's a stubborn man, and that will get him through it. We are convinced of that because he's a fighter. So yeah, things are improving a lot, so thank you. Thank you for caring. So anyway, let me get a grip. Should we talk some yarn? Yes. So what's been going on? So I've been doing some crochet for a show. I've been helping, I'd literally crocheted 3 humongous triangles that seem to take up quite a few evenings work. I only have a limited amount of time to crochet on it. So they've already gone off for people to join together and turn into this amazing coat. So I haven't got them to show, but I do have a couple of bits that I've been working on. So my showed on the last podcast my rainbow granny squares, and the plan was, talking about COVID, which feels like a lifetime ago, that I was going to do a square a day. Really glad that I stopped at about 15, because I would have had an obscene amount of squares. But I have decided, because I love the colours so much, it's using Stylecraft, and I've joined 15 of them together with the dark grey. The ends are on the backs of these, because we all know that I'm a little tinker for not sorting my ends out, but I am following Handmade by Anita's tip on how you join the yarn on each round, so that you don't have to keep sewing the ends in. Obviously these ones I'll have to, because I've done them differently. I am going to do this blanket at my leisure. I am going to do squares here and there, no pressure, no kind of rushing, but this is going to turn into a lovely big blanket. And I really like the colours. I'm really pleased with that. I originally was making the squares, and then I made, I think I showed that last time, the granny square with the heart centre, and I decided that I didn't like these joined to it, because that's what I originally did. So I undid them all, obviously showed them last time, and now I am turning them into a blanket. So if you follow me on Instagram, keep an eye, because there'll be the odd post appearing on that. So I'm really enjoying getting back to crocheting as well, because crochet, you know, is my first love. Though knitting's quite close. But yeah, I've been doing that. has anyone seen the tutorial that I did? My goodness, that took a while. I did a crochet tutorial on the tote bag that I had made. So it's quite a substantial sized tote, and I don't show you how to do the squares, but I show you how to join it and how the panels, how many you need, and how I fixed it. So that was the original bag. So the other one that I finished, although I've just noticed I haven't finished because it's pesky end, I did it in Stylecraft as well, but I did it in brighter pops of colour, and this is the one that is in the tutorial. And the colours, what colours did I use in this? I do say in the tutorial it's gold, teal, fiesta, what's the green? Can't remember. and then graphite. I can't remember what the green is. Apple. I think it's apple. I'm good at this, aren't I? So if you go over to my video before, obviously, this podcast, so the video after podcast 22, I have done a tutorial which, yeah, let me know what you think of it. Was it any good? I had a bit of a nightmare with the stand, and obviously the legs had gone on the other light, so I had to sort of create this contraption. So I ended up standing up for a lot of it, which wasn't very comfortable. If you want, I mean, if nobody's going to watch them, there's probably no point in me doing them, but if anybody thinks they'd like to watch some tutorials, I'll show, there are a lot of YouTube videos out there, but as part of my channel, I'll show you how to start a granny square. I have done simple videos for friends and people that I know that have wanted to learn, but I can always do a video on how to do a granny square if anyone's interested. But yeah, that was my latest bag, which I absolutely love. You can't have too many bags, can you? But they're huge. I do have a small tote. I think it's the same grey. So it's, I'm trying to think how big it is. Probably only sort of that size. But I, hopefully, as soon as I can fit it in, I'm going to make a smaller tote, which you might like. It might be quite good for gifts as well. I'm going to, once I've planned it out, then I'll look at doing a video for that. I'm not quite sure when it will be, so bear with me. But yeah, I'm going to do a smaller tote one. I will get round to writing the pattern up. I just thought visually it may work better for a lot of people if you can watch the video and stop it and then just see how it was put together. So I hope the video has helped. Even if one of you ends up making the bag from it, then it was worth doing. So yeah, that's the latest bag. I absolutely love these bags. So that is the crochet. Okay, so I want to make a crochet cardigan. I told you I've gone a bit also with my crochet. And there's quite a few that are out there, which I've actually wrote the name down. It's a crochet hexagon cardigan. Now there's a lot of different patterns out there, but I know not everyone can afford to buy patterns. It's good to buy patterns to support, but I have found a free pattern. I'm going to insert a picture here. It's by Hobby Yarn, and it's a crochet hexagon cardigan. And you basically make a couple of big hexagons and you seam them at the back. So that you make the hexagon, you almost fold it, well, you fold it over like a, you fold it over into what is like a yarn sandwich. That would be the best sandwich, wouldn't it? A yarn sandwich. And you'll have, your arm will be poking out of one end, and then the other part of it will actually form the front of the cardigan. I'm going to make one. I'm adamant I'm going to make one. Don't know what it's been like in the UK. No, I know what it's been like in the UK. I don't know what it's been like in the rest of the world. It's been absolutely boiling here. Being a woman of a certain age, I've not coped well in the heat. I used to be one of those, oh, be out in the sun, sunbathing. No, umbrella, cool drink, and my crochet or knitting. So I have been in the shade quite a lot. But the plan is, it has been too warm to do a cardigan, but the plan is I'm going to make a crochet cardigan. So yeah, the picture that I've shown, I'm planning on making that one. I'll put snippets of it on Instagram, and if I get a chance, I'll put on like a little reel or something on YouTube, because I know not everyone uses Instagram. So yeah, I'm going to make myself a crochet cardigan. That's that. So talking of clothing, jump into this segue. my jumper. So the jumper I showed last time, I feel like I've been on Sleeve Island for forever. I had to order some yarn because I had about that much and it definitely wasn't enough. So the jumper that I've been making is by Tin Can Knits. I'll put the name below so you can go and check. And there's, I've said before, you can get this jumper, cardigan, socks and a hat all in a set. So I got the pattern set and I'm using Stylecraft Recreate, which I have been working on the sleeves. The sleeves have grown since last time. I've picked it up and it's just been hot and just not, I haven't wanted to knit a jumper when it's been hot. But it was a bit cooler, so last night I was doing a little bit of the sleeves. I am hoping, because it's going to be a little bit cooler, well, it currently is today. Today's Saturday and it is definitely a bit cooler. The sun's sort of coming out. But I'm hoping to work on it a bit more. So I've got all these projects I want to do and not enough hours. But yes, that's where I'm at with the jumper. So it's growing nicely. I know I'm going to love wearing this jumper. And the yarn's really, yeah, it's knitting well and it's not too heavy. I mean, my mustard jumper that I had on a number of podcasts ago, that's quite a weighty jumper. I love that though. But this, I'm hoping if I get it finished, if it's a bit cooler in the evening, I might be able to wear it. So yeah, a little bit of work on that. I had hoped to have it finished, but the best laid plans and all that. So that's that one. What else? I've had to write myself a note. So I've been in between, so I can take my sock knitting with me. And I've actually figured that as long as I'm not doing the heels or the toes, I can walk and knit, which is great when we're going off on a 4 or 5 mile walk. I'll just pop out for a walk. Husband drags me out. I am enjoying having a little bit of knitting time. I now carry a sock in one of my little bags. In my bag all the time now. I had a work thing the other day and I'd set off so early. It was before it gets to where you've got to be working on the phone and I was quite anxious about it. Something I never used to suffer with was anxiety, but I've, we'll see, medically, it's probably causing it. But yeah, I sometimes, particularly when I'm going into London, I can find it a little bit busy and overwhelming and of course getting too warm. I knit a little bit on my sock to kind of calm me down and just switch off from it, and it works. So I would highly recommend take one of your, especially a sock, take it with you and just kind of, sometimes we need to do that when we're getting anxious or stressed, just sort of stop for a minute and breathe. So I did quite a bit actually because it was such an early train before it got really busy. And this yarn is Cookson's Craft yarn. It's from her bi-monthly treat box, care box. I can't remember the exact name that she calls them. But I get the yarn in it. And she'd done like a neon one a couple of months ago. I really, really like it, how it's knitting up. I like the fact the heel, I don't know whether it will match on the other one. It doesn't matter. It's got some little micro stripes, which are quite cute. And this is in double knit, so I love a double knit sock. And I am just knitting along until I get to the toe. So I'm pretty sure I'm trying to think if I was doing the heel on the train, I can't remember. Anyway, I managed to do it, put my headphones in and just switched off. It was wonderful. So my socks go everywhere with me. Got to have a little project with you. If you don't knit, take a few bits of yarn and crochet some granny squares. I've done that on the train before, but obviously you can't take a whole blanket kit because you look a bit crazy with this massive bag of yarn. But yeah, you could do some crochet squares. Doesn't just have to be socks. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that. And I've also been, so what I'm doing is when I'm walking, I'm making sure that I've got the not the heel or the toes. So this was one that was on walkies with me. Must have about 4 or 5 socks on the go. It doesn't matter. And then when you're in the right headspace, you can do your heel and then obviously the toe. So yeah, I've been doing that. So this was, or this is, Winnie's Barbie pink. That's the teal, but this is the pink, which I still have up there. A couple more skeins of this left. But yeah, so I've been working on that one. And I've started today, this is Winnie's yarn again, give Winnie's yarn a plug. This is zebra yarn, so this is zebra sock yarn, and this was in last month's colourway. I have got the colourway still to finish for July, but this was June's, the purple one. And I haven't knitted any zebra socks, but or the zebra yarn socks, but I really love zebra yarn. And that's what I've done so far. But I'm going to do a shorty in this because I thought I want to see how many pairs of shorties I can get before I pull the stitch. Sorry, I'm just pulling the stitch off. It's knitting up really nice. You can see the black in it. And then the purples. I'll try and straighten that out so you can actually look at it properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm following the sock pattern for Crazy Sock Lady, the free sock pattern, but I've reduced it where I've just done 10 rows of knit 2, purl 2. I'm trying to think if I think a pattern does say knit 2, purl. Some say knit 1, purl 1, but I personally like has a bit more stretch in it, the knit 2, purl 2. And then I'm going to do 10 rows of just normal knitting. Then I'm going to start the heel. That's a quick sock. And I'm going to see, because I've only ever made one shorty sock, so I thought I'd try it in this so it's a quick knit. But yeah, that's in Winnie's zebra yarn, and I have some of that listed as well. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I've only just started that this morning. So shall we do the prize? Okay, so the last podcast I was giving away this skein of yarn, which is a lovely green variegated sparkle, and it will come out to you with a nice label. So I'm listing my skeins of yarn and they're just the yarns, but when they get sent out they have the nice bands on them and they look far more presentable. But I'm giving this skein of yarn away from the last podcast, and I asked you just to comment on what your favourite colour is. And the winner that Jake has picked for this one, which he's noticed has commented on pretty much a lot of, if not all, the podcasts. And the winner is Noreen Lou, so that's Noreen and then Lou, Lou. Congratulations. If you would like to message me, you can on Instagram under CrochetKnitLovebyJo. If you don't use Instagram, you can email me CrochetKnitLovebyJo @outlook.com. If you contact me, if that's easier to email me and I'll get your address and I will get that out in the post to you. So yes, congratulations. So I'm going to say about the giveaway in a minute. First off, I have finally, I think, hopefully, sorted out a more cost-effective way of selling my yarn. eBay isn't working for me. I sell a lot of stuff on eBay, love eBay, but for selling my hand-dyed yarn, it's just, it's not worth it. So I have got under www.CrochetKnitLovebyJo, so it's always CrochetKnitLovebyJo, .co.uk. If you can head over to there, there is actually my little shop. It's not a fancy shop, but it has, I've loaded up, it took me ages to re-photograph and load up pretty much all the yarn that's available. Winnie's yarn, there's quite a lot. And it's under my main name, Crochet Love Knit by Jo. I still think that's a mouthful, but I still haven't come up with a name to replace it. I'm kind of known under that. So, but within that, that's where Winnie's yarn is, because I would like to get to a point where I sell other makers' stuff and other products that aren't just Winnie's. So Winnie's will be, you know, as a separate entity. You'd have Winnie's and you might have Chaogu needles, and it will be more like a shop where you can get lots of different things. That's the plan. But Winnie's yarn's over on there. There is a 20% off that I've put over on Instagram. I'm going to put the code below here. They're quite lengthy codes, and that is for the whole month of July. So from now until, or when I posted yesterday, right up until the end of July, you can get 20% off the yarn, even the monthly colourways, everything. You can use that for it. The only thing you can't use it, I have put an option to get gift vouchers, just in case you want a birthday gift and want to shove that under your partner's nose, hint hint. You can do that, but that's the only thing that's not discounted. So I've got that over there. When you go onto the website, it looks like there's half a dozen different yarns, but that's the type of yarn. So there's one for sock yarn, there's one for DK yarn, there's one for zebra yarn. Within that, there'll be one that will say colourways, 2023 colourways. There's drop down boxes within that. So rather than trawling, I have done it before where there was about 40 different products, but I've condensed it so you can go into, right, I want double knit sock yarn. I'm going to go into that, and you can use the drop down box to select which colourway. If it's, so the merinos are cheaper than they've ever been, the 100% merinos. I want to dye some more, but to be honest, I haven't got the room for any more, so that's why they're a reduced rate, but you can still use a discount on top of that. And the 2023 colourway, that will be on in its own part. So you'll have 2023 colourway double knit, 2023 colourway sock yarn, and within that it will have the different months. So you'll have I've been doing that since April, so there's April, May and June's on there. So yeah, go and have a look, let me know what you think. It's a no frills one because I don't want it being complicated, and yeah, hopefully you'll find it of interest and might want to get some Winnie's yarn. There's quite a good choice in there at the minute. So the code, I'll put it again down here. Use that code for 20% until the end of July. So moving back to the giveaway, what I'm going to do as a yay, finally got a website sorted that's not going to absolutely destroy me financially, is I'm going to give away 2 gift vouchers for Winnie's website. Well, CrochetKnitLovebyJo's website with Winnie's yarn on it. And I'm going to do a £20 gift card on this channel, and I'm going to do a £20 gift card on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram as well, you could enter twice. I don't mind, you could enter as many times as you want. And to be in with a chance of winning the gift card, it will be a digital gift card, so it will be emailed across to you. Just tell me on the on my website which yarn, if you won, which yarn would you pick? Just because it's good to know what I'd be curious to know what people like, what do people tend to. I've got my favourites, but yeah, what yarn would you pick if you won the £20 gift card? So there's gonna be a £20 gift card on this channel and £20 on Instagram to give away, because I'm feeling in the mood for giving away. So hope you're up for that, and just, yeah, comment below and then I'll list it on Instagram as well, so you need to comment over there for the chance to win that one. So good luck everyone, and yeah, I look forward to seeing which yarns you would get if you won. It's also a good way of finding out what yarns people like, because I have bought several different ones and they haven't done as well, and I kind of will steer more towards the ones I like as well, because if they don't sell, I get to make all the good things with them. So win-win. Anything, I think that's everything. God, I've flown through that. Yay! In one take, even better. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope the soppy bit at the beginning didn't put anyone off. I am what you see is what you get with me. This is the real me. There's no Ace or Graces or yeah, I'm a real person at the end of the day. So with feelings, as they say. So I hope everyone's all right. I hope some of you are going to join in with the hexagon crochet cardie, hopefully. If you do, tag me in it. Same as if you win any yarn or make something amazing of whatever thing. I love seeing what people make. And I know with Instagram, you don't always see everyone's post every single time. So yeah, feel free to tag me into stuff. Not the spam tags that I get a few of them where I get random, you've won a prize, and it's really not. There's quite a few of them out there, annoyingly. But yeah, anything yarn, crochet, knitting, sewing related, yeah, let me know what you're making. So yeah, I think that's me now. Hopefully I'll get back to being more regular with this. It's taking quite a lot of energy to get my brain into the space of recording and time. And also, I think it's been too warm for anyone to do anything. So yeah, make sure you all look after yourselves and look after each other, and give your families an extra squeeze, an extra hug, or your friends, or your dog, or your cat, or your turtle, or bird, or I watch too many crazy videos, and them reels and videos are dangerous on Instagram. I keep watching them, and then you watch another one, and then it's a dog one, and then yeah, before you know it, you've lost half an hour in your life. Rambling. I'm going now because I'm talking nonsense. So take care all, and I will see you soon.